God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever shall believe in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. This couldn't be further from the truth. And in times of old, especially in times of war, when the war spilled over from the heavens, who you perceive to be God often came down himself. Yes, the Most High of your Bible and Quran, those beings came down themselves. What parent in their right mind would sacrifice their only child? Every parent who loves their sons and their daughters, their nieces and nephews, know that you will not put your child on a chopping block. Many will argue by way of a religious mindset that that is the ultimate sacrifice. Supreme beings and legendary and great master teachers brought up the question, is God a wimp? Would God send a representative, a child, no less, to represent him to go through the turmoils and the hardships, and he himself not show up to stand in the gap? In fact, what normal parent, wise parent, caring parent, who has any ounce of wisdom, whom you would look for advice, would tell their child to do something that they themselves haven't experienced or been willing to participate in? A lot of times, because of religion, it breeds ignorance and it causes us to think in an abstract, abnormal way that doesn't function on a normal level of common sense. And so, even if you make the argument that God is his son and his son is God and it's one and the same, then that would mean that even he respected his highest angel and high priest in Melchizedek or Archangel Michael to train him up and to raise him into degrees of consciousness. Let's backtrack. Even before the Son of God came, you had Genesis chapter 6. The sons of God came down and went on into the women and all that they chose. And these scriptures changed throughout the years. In other words, these sons, plural, came down before the Son of God later on in New Testament made the ultimate sacrifice. And pretty much these beings or these sons, plural, came down and they pretty much raped the women or the mortals that was here on the planet at the time. So even before we get to the Son of God, Genesis chapter 6 speaks on the sons, plural, S-O-N-S, that came down. That was also the sons of God. And then before you get to Yeshua coming here or incarnating, you have the high priest Melchizedek, who raised Yeshua up in degrees of consciousness within his sacred and secret order. So if you make the argument that God is one and the same, then God trusted his highest angel to teach and rear him and raise him in degrees of consciousness and entrust and protect him while he had a physical human experience. Because that's what we're saying. However, when you speak on these beings who are your angels, gods, and gods of your Bible and Quran, you're speaking about advanced supreme beings that come from a different star system, whose wars and battles spilled over from the various star systems over into the planet Earth, who has advanced technology, and that Mars is a representative of the wake of the war that they left behind. The Grand Canyon is a representation of the wars that took place in the heavens. All of these events happen in times of old from the same beings that you consider the gods and goddesses of your Bible and your Quran. And so who you perceive to be the Most High actually came here many times before himself. He's not a ghost. He's not an apparition. He's in, where they come from, they have their form and their physical shells. And in order for the sons of God to come down and rape or choose women or go into women and create demigods or gibborim, right? They would have to have similar genetics or DNA in order to mix in. They would have to have similar chromosomes in order for them to produce offspring, which means these beings have a similar makeup and composition, be they giants or not. They would have to have a similar composition in their makeup and physical DNA and chromosomes in order to produce offspring. When we speak on parents making the ultimate sacrifice, parents do not typically and usually think, I'm going to sacrifice my child in order to get ahead. A parent thinks, I'm going to sacrifice myself and do what I need to do in order for my offspring to be able to go further in life and have what I didn't have. So let's use common sense. Religion breeds ignorance and teaches you that you have to make sacrifices in order for these devils to get ahead and play games and step on your toes and for you to remain docile. You are always supposed to protect yourself if you are under spiritual attack. You are always supposed to take the necessary steps if you are under spiritual attack. It's a lot of different tactics they use in order to keep people in a religious state of mind and to have you confused about your place in this world and your ascension. Everyone is supposed to be focused on ascending and building their relationship with the divine and allowing the divine to properly guide them. However, religion teaches you that you have to acquiesce, sell your soul, take the wrong way, and let these devils play mind games with you. Yes, we are supposed to vibrate towards the highest frequency of love, but that doesn't mean be a fool and lay down for these devils to destiny swap or in you or create a demise in your life in order for them to gain. Then what is your purpose? What is your journey? What is your mission? Your purpose is to ascend, and you're not supposed to have these weirdo clowns stalking you, blocking your ascension, hating on your life and being so hyper focused on your life and what you got going on. Just like these clowns around me, they so hyper focused. They're sent in to, well, actually it's meant to block and to keep me distracted. But the thing is, you have two sides. You have this demonic cult of sellouts and clowns, and then you have those that's walking the straight and narrow. They don't pocket watch, they don't stalk, they don't follow people around. They mind their own business. These clowns always find those type of people. They always gravitate towards those type of people. You don't go looking for these dummies. They come looking for you, and they find themselves where you at every time. Your job is to recognize that and stay focused on your ascension, because nothing they do, nothing they say, the games they play, nothing they do is supposed to stop you from remaining focused on the task at hand. They are already under judgment by the choice they made to sell their soul to these demonic groups and organizations and to sell their soul for chump change. They've already made their choice. But you don't have to acquiesce or give in and be a part of these sinister, corrupt networks. You don't have to be weak-minded and sell your soul to fit in, just to fit in or just to get a quick payout, just to say you belong to something. You can actually stay focused on evolving and raising your frequency and vibration to match that of the divine, your higher soul's calling and purpose. So when we talk about sacrificing, you can sacrifice material things. You can sacrifice, you know, going after, certain goals and certain, time periods and certain moments and, put it on a back burner. You can make ultimate sacrifices in order for you to progress in the long run. But you don't have to sacrifice your entire ascension, your entire healing for some other idiot and devil that betrayed you or want to, put out your light or slow you down and remove you from existence just so they can go on vacation, buy some red bottoms, buy a G-Wagon, be in a fake relationship, travel the world and experience the lavish material gains that this world gives. No, you don't have to sacrifice yourself for that. Now, mind you, there are supreme advanced beings in higher realms of existence and consciousness who will allow you to harm them instead of harming you. Let's say you came in contact with one of these elders and you threaten harm to them. They are so advanced in that vibration and frequency of love that they will allow you to harm them instead of them harming you, because that's how far advanced in their vibration and frequency of love that they are. But you, who is on your spiritual path, your spiritual journey, don't have to adopt no idea in your brain or head that you have to self-sacrifice so these clowns can get a payout, so these clowns can live the life. Then what is your purpose for being here then? Your purpose was to come, lay down your life, and not experience the evolution and the evolve that you're supposed to experience, just so you could let these devils around you get ahead and go on vacation and play games and record, false narratives like they do. You don't have to play these stupid games these devils do, because you're always going to have a devil off in the cut recording while they send an old lady to ask a stupid question or distract you in the moment when they see you doing something, when they all on the same script, following the same script. You can see beyond the bullshit and still keep going while you have an idiot to your left recording you. When this idiot should be somewhere else smoking his cigarettes, he come right next to you with all the empty benches that's all the way to the right. This devil and clown come sit right next to you and start recording and smoking cigarettes. These is the games these cowards and clowns play. Do you have to give into it? No. You can acknowledge these devils and cowards and keep it pushing, but you don't have to self-sacrifice for these cowards and clowns, because like I said, they already under judgment. And nothing they do is going to stop the inevitable for the choices they made to be a part of these sinister, corrupt criminal organizations. But you get it out of your mind that you have to lay down your life for friends, family, or otherwise who want you to put out your light. Shine your light. Just make the adjustments to speak the truth, tell the truth, and be courageous. Why is it that you're courageous to shut up and lay down and not speak up, but you won't be courageous and tell the truth and speak up and expose these devils, expose these liars? No, get some courage and expose these devils for who they are and what they tried to do. Instead of, I'll have the courage to lay down and shut up. Nah, fuck that. Have the courage to speak up and stop playing games and wasting time, so the real ones, the real spiritual warriors, could get things done without y'all being cowards in the way. If y'all gonna be cowards in the way and take the wrong way and go the wrong way and not listen to your intuition, just get out the way then. But if you're gonna really say you're a part of this collective, then learn how to get some courage and speak up, and let's get moving, let's get busy, let's get this work done that we need to get done.